Right here, everyone, we have my Halloween hissing cockroach colony, also known as Elliptorhina javanica. And today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of their maintenance and talking about their care. So right here is a look inside their enclosure. Right now their substrate is really dry, so I'm going to have to give them a good old mist and watering. But one thing that I do with my Halloween hissers is that I keep lots of natural bark and wood. I have some cork bark right here. I have some cork bark flats. I have various types of wood in here. I have some just driftwood that I collected myself. And I also have a piece of spider wood in here that I keep with them. And these guys seem to really thrive with natural wood. These guys are now starting to do really well for me. Here's an adult male right here. Now these guys are doing really well for me now. I have a very well thriving colony of them, which I will show you now. Here's just a look under this piece of wood, how many adults there are. There's a lot of good sized nymphs in here as well, as you can see all around the bark. One of their favorite spots to chill, and there's just lots of them now. They are doing really well for me. So there's lots of good tiny little nymphs, lots of adult females like this. They seem to be doing really well for me. So something that is not commonly known with hissers is that these guys actually really like leaves. These are just some magnolia leaves. You can even see there's some fresh new nymphs right here that are feeding on leaves and stuff. And you can see lots of big old nibble marks. And here's just a tiny little nymph. Here's just another look at how many there really are. So these guys are kept pretty dry, but I'll go in here and give them a good misting every once in a while like this and get their enclosure nice and damp, especially in the substrate. And I'll also go around the sides and change the mist levels just to get it nice and wet for them. But one thing I do is just to make sure that I don't water underneath these barks. It's just a dry spot for them and just makes kind of like a microclimate for them. So right now we'll see lots of these guys come out and drink water droplets off the bark and off the sides. A lot of the nymphs are out too drinking. Now, around a few months ago when I made an update video on these guys, I didn't have a ton of females, but now I have lots of new molted females. So here are 2 new adult ones. There's also a few more crawling around getting their water droplets. So yeah, this colony is doing really well for me now. I'm gonna be adding in those oak leaves that I was talking about earlier, since these guys have been doing really well with this magnolia leaves. So I'm gonna be adding just a few of these leaves in. This definitely is not natural looking at all, but again, these guys will just be crawling around, munching on the oak leaves, and they will enjoy these a lot. These guys have been doing phenomenal with leaf litter, so I'm just gonna continue to add in different types over time and stuff. Right now I just have the oak leaves and the magnolia type, but these guys seem to go crazy for oak leaves. As you can tell, there is definitely a lot of roaches in this bin, and I will be upgrading these guys over this winter since it is getting to be a very large amount of roaches in this small space. This is only around maybe a 12 by maybe 6 or 7 or so containers, so these guys are definitely outgrowing this, so I'll be rehousing them this winter into a larger enclosure. So now normally when it comes to feeding these guys, I just leave them a good hunk of apple. I also provide a good source of protein like dog food and fish flakes. And then I'll just sprinkle on a good amount of fish flakes on the apple and dog food. So it has now been around 15 to 20 minutes later, and we're gonna be checking on them. And there's some adults peeking out, coming out to come get some, but mostly nymphs. So now a lot of the nymphs have left, mainly because the light is out. But as soon as the lights go out and I put most of their wood back, be back to devouring their food. These guys are doing really great for me, and their enclosure is looking really nice, and I can't wait to upgrade them, have the colony grow even larger.